Warning, the following presentation is a baseball podcast and is in fact the only podcast with two Brads on it. Seriously, you won't find another. Listener's discretion is advised.
What's going on, guys? It's episode 5 of TouchAllFour, the greatest baseball podcast out there. How are we feeling today, boys?
Not too bad. Took you 5 episodes, but you nailed that intro.
That was beautiful.
I actually didn't. I left out a part of it.
Yeah, where's the two Brads?
No, that's what I edited in the beginning. I left out after I say greatest baseball podcast. Yeah, I said it. Get used to it. I left out that one, but that's right. I nailed it. So we're gonna pretend like I said it. Because that was clean that time.
Yeah, cut that.
Brad.
Yeah, thank you. It took long enough.
So
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
If we actually try that again, I think we could do that better. Let's try that again.
Oh, should we do it one more time? All right. What's going on, guys? It's episode 5 of TouchAllFour Baseball, the greatest baseball podcast available. I said it. Get used to it. How are we feeling today, boys?
Fantastic.
Feeling great, Brad. How are you?
God, I'm fantastic now that I didn't mess that up twice.
Hey, there you go.
Twice in a row.
Don't know that. He just gave away
batting 1,000 today.
I am.
Incredible.
See how long that lasts.
What are we doing today, fellers?
Oh, we are on to the AL Central.
If you couldn't tell.
I love mediocre divisions.
Yeah.
What are we starting with?
I think we should just let Owen get out of the way there.
Yeah, we've been starting with the crappy teams first, so let's go with the Twinsies.
Yeah, let's get this over with. For the viewers at home, the Minnesota Twins. Luckily for you, this will be the only time we talk about them on this podcast, so you can safely subscribe for the future. Don't worry about it. The Twins are not in the best place as far as baseball teams are concerned. Coming off a 73-win season, very disappointing. The roster is not, it's not awful. Nobody expects them to be as bad as they were last year, but they just kind of fell off a cliff, and here they are. The pitching staff,
their entire team too.
Yeah, they lost a lot of. They got Byron Buxton and Luis Arias. That's about it. The whole roster, pitching wise, it's not much. I don't know. Everybody likes Randy Dobnak, of course. Kenta Maeda, he's got some years on him, but he's solid. I don't know. They got some arms, but none very good. That's what I'm gonna say. No real standouts on the pitching staff, at least. Players wise, they still have Mitch Garver. Apparently, I thought he was gone, but do we have any news on his contract status? Do we know?
No, he's still there. He hasn't hit 6 years in the bigs yet.
Okay, so they got him still kicking around. Luis Arias, they got the Rainmaker, Josh Donaldson. Come on, bringer of rain, not the Rainmaker. Whatever. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Hey, there's gonna be rain somewhere.
Say, he's gonna be making it rain. I don't know. They got Jorge Polanco. He's just, he's there. Miguel Sano still plays for the Twins, believe it or not.
His one moonshot every 2 weeks.
Yeah, when he makes contact with the ball, it goes a long way.
When
they're probably going to be rolling with the same exact outfield as they have for what seems like an eternity with Buxton, Kepler, and Kirilloff. If they think Kirilloff is just never going to figure it out, but as of right now,
he's left anyway.
Are they? They're not going to play him in the infield.
No, because they shifted him out when they got Andrelton Simmons, but he could be a free agent, so maybe he's coming back to the.
They don't. Andrelton Simmons isn't still listed here, but they still also have Nick Gordon, and I guess I don't think Royce Lewis is going to see the big leagues this year, but if they're bad, maybe.
Nick Gordon was getting a lot of playing time at the end of last year too.
I could see him playing a lot. I feel like that's something they would do. I don't know. As far as prospects, it's I mean, they got some names that are pretty interesting. Obviously, Royce Lewis, Austin Martin, pretty nice acquisition from the various trade. Jordan Balazovic, Simeon Woods Richardson, also part of that deal. Probably their Balazovic and Woods Richardson, probably their two best hopes as far as pitching prospects concerned. No one else really, really too interesting. I guess Keoni Kavako. I've always been a pretty big fan of his. I think he's got potential to be a really solid offensive shortstop in the big leagues. I don't know. His defense seems pretty good. I just haven't seen enough of him playing because he's, a 20-year-old who just got drafted. And Chase Petty, I don't know. They just drafted him. We'll see. He's got some upside. He's 18. I don't know. He's got a great fastball. I mean, he throws gas. Can't hate that. The 18-year-old throwing 100, upper 90s at least. I don't know. It's an interesting prospect list. Like everybody on it is right-handed, which is incredible. I think everybody in the organization is right-handed for the Twins.
Once Johan Santana retired, they're like, God, we don't need any other left-handed pitchers ever.
No, I mean, they've got a couple, but really the only decent one they have is Taylor Rogers. Like, that's the most notable lefty you could point out there.
At least he's a decent closer. I mean,
he's great out of the pen. He's good.
I can't believe nobody traded for him after they were that bad in the trade deadline. He would have been. I mean, he's a lefty.
He should get moved. He should get moved this year, right? Like they're not gonna be any better.
You'd think. I mean, if I'm the Yankees, why aren't you calling? I mean, Chapman's unreliable. Slide in Taylor Rogers. He's your new Zach Britton.
There's going to be teams that want Taylor Rogers. I mean, come on.
Hope so.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys. I don't know what you guys think about the Twins, but as far as I'm concerned, we can kind of just brush over them. We don't got to worry about them too much. I don't know. As far as a record, they won 73 last year, probably in the same range this year. I don't see much changing really. Probably low 70s, maybe even like high 60s if they just kind of suck. I'd say like 70 wins is like a decent prediction. Just could be plus or minus 5 games here or there. I don't know. It's tough to be a Twins fan right now, but I'm not. So for the 5 of you out there who are,
at least they have the Potter blue jerseys.
And they always have Joe Mauer and the gravestone of Justin Morneau to really.
You'll always have Joe Mauer. You'll always have Joe Carter.
Joe Carter.
Or no, not Joe Carter. Who am I think? Kirby Puckett.
Puckett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Torrey Hunter, he was there.
He was. Yeah, he was. David Ortiz was there.
Really,
right?
like good player every 4 or 5 years that they have for a stretch, make the playoffs and lose. He's gone, and they got to restart the whole process.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened with. I mean, anybody like Buxton. Well, they've kept him around for this long, but he plays half the year.
They even signed him to an extension last year, didn't they?
He's their best player, so they ought to.
I thought they gave him a big extension, and people were like, he hasn't been healthy.
years.
What's this for?
They gave him a pretty hefty one.
I could be wrong, but I think that's correct.
Yeah, they. I mean, I don't. It's not like it's a bad idea to extend him, but it's not like I could also very easily see them trading him this year when they're inevitably, basement of the AL Central. It's actually crazy that they finished last in that division last season.
Hey, Salvi hitting 45 home runs will keep the Royals out of it. That's all.
He did. He willed the Royals to 74 wins just despite the Twins and put them in last place by 1 game.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible.
He's a big guy. Fit that entire organization right on his shoulders.
Yeah, they have to until he blows out his ACL again.
Oh no, we're not that kind of podcast, are we?
No, we're not. But I don't really want to talk about the Twins anymore. So who else has something to talk about? Who's next? Who's got the Royals?
How's it going?
Hey,
well,
let's hear it.
The only thing I'm predicting different for the AL Central this year is I think the Guardians and the Tigers are going to be flipped. I think Tigers are going to be a sleeper for second place in the Central. That's the only thing I see different. So Royals, they're going to be second to last again. I mean, it's kind of hard to be worse than those Twins over there. But their record in 2021 was 74 and 88. I'm going to go with a repeat of that. I don't think they do much better. I don't think they do much worse. I think they're going to be a little more exciting this year because of them bringing up Bobby Witt Jr. And then you have Kyle Isbell in his second, well, it's going to be his first full season, but second season here because he's still considered one of their top prospects. He doesn't have enough playing time yet. Rotation-wise, this is where they struggle. This is why I believe they're not going to do anything better than what they have been because you got Mike Minor, Brad Keller, Brady Singer, Chris Bubik. I like him. Bubich, yeah. And Carlos Hernandez. I mean, average at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were pumping out Mike Minor and just were happy as hell to do it last year. I mean, it's not a great place to be.
And then you just go over to the arm barn over there and
There's
it
nobody.
don't get any better.
No.
Daniel Lynch.
It doesn't get much better for the Royals. But then you go to their lineup, you got Selvy Perez. If he repeats what he did, I mean, hell, he had a career year last year. Unbelievable from him. You got two hit Witt in the infield. Probably might move to DH this year because Bobby Witt coming up. You got Nicky Lopez, batted 300 last season, had a good season. And then the come up of Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah.
What about Adalberto?
Oh, he'll be at short. Yeah.
He'll
Bobby
still get
Witt's going to go to
base.
third.
He'd be a hell of a fantasy pick.
Well, so
next
who's playing
week,
second? then
listeners, tune in
if
to our
Lopez is
fantasy
DH,
draft.
or if Lopez moves to the outfield, though, wouldn't Lopez just move? Or if Bobby Witt came up to play third, does Lopez just move to second?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Nicky Lopez was already
Natural
playing second.
baseman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Him and Witt. Well, where did Witt play last season? I know Nicky Lopez.
He does
played a
play.
lot.
He plays out and right once in a while.
That's what I thought. I know he was expendable. I know Nicky Lopez played a lot of time at second last season, so I kept him there. And then, in the outfield already, you have Kyle Isbell, young guy, really promising.
Sneaky, like Kyle
Sneaky.
Isbell.
He's a contact and on base guy. Not much power, but contact on base. And then you got Michael A. Taylor in center, and Andrew Benintendi in left. Little B-boy action right there. Old B-boy.
Biceps.
Andrew Biceps. And then Hunter Dozier at first or Carlos Santana, one or the other. I say what's exciting is their prospects. All three of their top 10 are going to be up this year for sure. Because you have Bobby Witt, you got Kyle Isbell, who's already up, and then you got Asa Lacy, who
he was bad last year in Double-A.
Well, they're the Royals. I mean,
and
if
the
he
upside,
comes up, the upside is he can do the bare minimum and probably be a hero there right now. But I mean, he's their number 3 ranked prospect. He's left-handed pitcher. They need that. I mean, it's just exciting. They have a lot of young talent, along with just Selvy there for no reason. Gonna start opening day with his rocker. It's Kane.
That's okay.
But,
still younger than
watch
Buster
Yachty
Posey.
play 140 games a year. I know all about the rocker treatment for your catcher. You grow to love it. Not really.
Let's see. The prospects, I mean, the top 3, Bobby Witt, Nick Prado, and Asa Lacy. I mean, 2 of them are going to be up probably. You got MJ Melendez, Kyle Isbell, he's already up. Eric Pena, Frank Mazzucato, Ben. Oh, this is a tough name. I botch names all the time. Kudrna. How would you? Kudrna?
Kudrna.
Yeah.
Moderna.
Kudrna?
Yeah, I mean, probably
Moderna.
Moderna.
Nick Lofton, then Jonathan Bolin. I mean, you don't really hear much of any of these guys besides the 3 that are going to be impact for them this year, possibly, or just be called up in general, not even impact. But I believe, so going to breakouts, I believe the 2 rookies, Bobby Witt and Kyle Isbell, are going to have themselves in the years. Bobby Witt's going to hit for a little more power, might be a little more flashy, but Kyle Isbell's going to be that guy that gets on base all the time. He's going to bat 300. I can see it. And then I laughed at the Cy Young. I don't have anything for that. Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm saying
No,
a
not even
4.1 ERA best in the rotation. That's what
not
I'm
even
going
Brady
for.
Singer. Not
I
Maybe.
like Brady Singer and Brad Keller. I do like both of them.
I like Brad Keller, yeah, but I mean, they're again like he's doesn't excite me.
Daniel Lynch. Are we not Lynch believers around these parts or what?
Lynch.
No.
Daniel Lynch, yeah, he's a lefty.
Keller is a
He's like their 4th starter this year.
I did not see him. You sure he's not in free agency right now?
He's only been up for like 2 years. He's like 26. So there's no way he
wonder
hit
why.
the target.
No, well, yeah, I wonder why I didn't see him then. I don't know. I'll look into that when you guys are going, and then I'll raise my hand.
Right.
But I have I want Salvi to continue his streak, have another MVP caliber season. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think Whit Merrifield's going to have himself a year too. Yeah. That was your question.
The fuck is closing games for the Royals?
Nobody.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, you got Scott Barlow, Josh Stolmont, and Dylan Coleman, and those are the only guys that added.
I bet they miss Ian Kennedy and Greg Holland and Wade Davis.
Never thought they'd say that.
Oh,
yeah, they miss them.
Who used to throw for them? They're really hard. Setup guy.
Boxberg?
That's not where Colomé started, was it?
No. Don't think so.
But it's somebody like Colomé.
I mean, the only person I could think of is Wade Davis right now.
No.
I know, but that's the only. I can't help you. That's what I'm saying.
Owen, baseball reference guy.
Baseball reference guy.
Who is it?
All right. Hold on. Let me get some. I'll do some digging.
I think it's Alex Colomé.
I'm gonna look up Andrew Lynch too while
Daniel.
Alex Colomé did not come up with the Royals.
Who am I thinking of? It's just like him.
I know who you're thinking of. I can't put a name to it though.
Man, it's killing me because he pitches for like the Angels he pitches for a random team now.
Herrera?
Kelvin Herrera. Yeah.
Kelvin.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I thought he was still there. He could be dead somewhere in Seattle for all I know. But
Kelvin Herrera. What do we got? I don't know if he's anywhere.
Oh, he's just done. Oh man.
Yeah, I think he retired.
It's about like being a pitcher in the Orioles system. You're just fucked.
Yeah, I think you just called it. He gave up.
Wow.
You remember Jordana Ventura?
Yeah.
Daniel Lynch was just bad this year, except for 1 month. 1 month he had like ace potential there.
Yeah, he was like their 4 last year.
His first 3 starts, he had a 15.75 ERA. His next seven, listen to this. 4-1 with a 2.23 ERA.
Oh,
that's about what we'd see out of Asa Lacy if he came up this year. A
And then-
15.6 ERA 1 month and then a 2.5 the next. I about
then
guarantee
his
it.
last 5 starts, he had an 8.69. So I mean, kind of like averaged out there.
Happy medium.
Yeah. Let's get the Royals some pitching to go along with Bobby Witt and Kyle Isbell coming up, and they might have a 500 season.
I was going to say 82 wins maybe at the most.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot for that.
Yeah, can we stop talking about the Royals? Actually,
we're good.
I'm becoming more depressed that my favorite team shares a state, and I feel like that mediocrity might rub off, right?
Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something?
Oh no!
Action here.
No. Is it time for Josh's cold take of the week?
Cold take of the week.
I said
Josh's voicemails.
Josh's weekly piss Brad off with an absolutely dog shit take.
You're getting onto it.
Josh's bold take of the week.
This week I got an MVP pick for you here.
Hold on.
Oh God.
I'm not ready for this.
From one of your
Tell me why
favorite
Frank
teams.
Schwindel is going to win an MVP. Right now.
No. From one of your favorite teams down in Houston. Got from the Astros. Give me Jose Altuve.
Why?
Invincible firepower.
You have to be this tall to win an MVP without cheating. Okay.
Well,
First off, he's like 32. I mean,
hey, they're gonna need some.
And he hits over 20 home runs just because he has a little league porch in left. Right? It's like the Green Monster, but for midgets.
He's playing to his strengths out there.
Playing to his strength.
Take
He's
full
like
advantage.
5'4". He has no strength.
Yeah, he does. He's got a
Right.
small strike
He's-
zone.
Exactly. On base percentage.
Harder to pitch to.
These are mediocre in terms of like Stephen A. aggression takes.
So-
But they are still very terrible takes.
You had told me, or you had shared with the podcast, you were big on Wander Franco, right?
Yeah, huge.
Opening odds to start the season, but both plus 3,300. for MVP.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go put $50 on Wander Franco, and I'm gonna see you boys.
I'll
Looks
throw
like I'm
50 on,
retired at the ripe
Altuve,
age of
and I'll
21.
see.
You'd think if you love the guy so much, you could say his name right.
It's Wander Franco.
Franco.
All right.
I don't care. Okay, I want you to listen.
Do you
Those
also say
AirPods.
potato?
Wander Franco.
There you go.
I'm American. Okay.
He's not
saying-
related to James
Robert, then,
Brad.
correct? By your phonetics,
What?
Louise Robert should be Louise Robert. By your
No, it's Robert. It's not phonetics. It's how you pronounce their name.
And Robert. And
I don't call you Bradley. It's
Franco.
Bradley.
that. See, that doesn't even make sense. Now, why would you do that? We're talking
Exactly.
real
Just
world
say his
pop
name
culture,
right.
dude, right? Can we not talk about the Royals anymore?
Where are we moving
No,
to
we're
next?
past that.
Guardians.
Tigers.
Guardians.
The Tigers.
Tigers or
Oh, the
Tigers?
Bucks.
Tigers.
They're finishing second again.
Uh,
Man, I could
I've got-
go.
I've got the Tigers pinned in 84 and 78 season.
Why? Javi Baez's 35% strikeout rate is really going to carry them to 84 wins. Oh, gosh. No, that team was the most-
No, Spencer Torkelson's MVP season is what's going to propel them.
Well, he's got to
Yes.
be up before the service time manipulation thing for me to say that.
No, I mean this team. I think the lineup's got some decent potential, decent pop around there. It's going to be okay with what to do. I think that they're going to be sneaky this year. I just hate their pitching. They're going to have to be scoring a lot of runs to keep up with that pitching this year. You're looking at Casey Mize, Eduardo Rodriguez, who had a pretty brutal year. I think he was in that like a 5.3 ERA last year over in Boston or something like that.
Dude, I
struggled.
had
His
Rodriguez.
xFIP was below 4. Okay, he's just very unlucky.
Okay.
I had Rodriguez on my fantasy team last year, and he never did well.
He was not bad.
He maybe got me
Like a
15
fourth
points. Maybe got me
Just over.
15 points.
Maybe having that bigger outfield out there might help him out a bit. So we'll see with that. Tariq Skubal, however you want to say it, Matt Manning, and then I mean fifth is kind of up in the air right now. I know that they had Fulmer starting a few years back, but I know that they were using him in the pen last year too. So I don't know
Kyle
if
Funkhauser, baby.
I don't know if they're going to go out and get a fifth man for that rotation, but I don't love the starting rotation, but it has some potential.
It's young, at least.
Yeah, I mean they got that going for them, but that could also.
That's about it. Yeah.
Funk wasn't doing too bad though last year. Like I think he started out a bit rough, but as the
out
season
of
went
the
on,
bullpen,
he
I
settled
think
in.
he wrangled it in a bit. He wasn't too bad. Bullpen, you're looking at the likes of Kyle Funkhauser, Joe Jimenez, Jose Cisnero, Tyler Alexander, Gregory Soto. That's what they got.
Wins.
Didn't actually look too bad looking through some of the stats on it. I don't believe in any of those guys to hold down a pen for a season for this team to be great.
We see it, Brandon. We see it.
What we feeling breakout players? Who excites you? Do you think
Hold on,
Riley?
hold on.
And do you think
Who's gonna
Riley
be the
Green needs
Who's
to-
going to
Let
be the
me-
Badu of this year?
Let me go through this lineup here. So, opening off in center field, leading off, I think I'm looking at, I mean, it could be Victor Reyes, it could be Daz Cameron, it could be Riley Green to start the season. It's a toss-up out there, but I think Reyes starts the season, but then we're going to see Riley Green as we move along. 2 spot, I'm going Javi Baez. Whatever. 3, Torkelson. 4, DHing. We're going to go Miggy. Third base, Ben 5th. Jeimer Candelario. Batting 6th. Robbie Grossman. Spot playing
My man.
second. Jonathan Scope. In the 8th spot in left field, Akil Baddoo. And the catcher, Tucker Barnhart, batting 9.
God, what a lineup.
That's an
No, I
84
tell you
win
what.
lineup right there.
That lineup actually excites me a little bit. That's
Oh, that's not bad.
Gross
For the
was pretty good
yeah.
last year.
It's
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
some
the same thing
potential
with the
there.
Royals there. Like
I
think
mean,
about
They're
Tucker Barnhart, who's a good defensive catcher. I don't care if you have to bat him
Great
ninth,
catcher.
but that helps that young pitching. You know what? Maybe I am getting on board. Maybe the Tigers do finish second.
Told you.
Maybe.
The Tigers are
We'll
going to
help
be
those young pitchers out.
A lot
They're
has
gonna
to
be-
go right, though.
They're going to be a
I mean-
team that randomly pops off.
Yeah,
Not-
Spencer
not
Torkelson's
a
going to
lot
hit like
of
50
them.
bombs.
Mhm. I'm expecting a lot out of them.
But
Give me 83, 84 wins.
man, you know what? I tell you what, like 2024, those Tigers might be kind of a problem.
Yeah, you're gonna have to worry about
Same thing with the Cubs.
What'd you say, Josh?
You're gonna have to worry about Dylan Dingler behind the plate.
Oh yeah. Oh, sweet. Sign me up.
I love that
Go
name.
bring him back for another 1-year contract. They just love doing that too. It's been
I
like
love
3
that
years in a
name.
row. It's like, here's another. See you in spring, bud.
Players on this team, I'm going with Torkelson, Riley Green, obviously. Nothing else really jumps out at me too much. I don't know if you want to count Badu. He had a little hot streak last year. I think he finished hitting like 250, 260 around that ballpark.
He didn't do bad.
Serviceable for sure. Maybe he'll pop off a bit more. MVP,
Miggy.
Miggy.
Do it.
Miggy?
Yeah.
Miggy?
Miggy.
I didn't
Miggy.
his final season here.
No.
He's got some protection now, so all he has to do is keep hitting singles and doubles the other way.
Dude, he's going to drive in 120 this year.
He
Oh,
might.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He might.
Yeah, and Spencer Torkelson will drive in 150. That'll be a pretty good 3-4.
And when they give up 750 runs of starting rotation,
They'll need it.
Exactly.
They'll
I
need
mean,
it.
with that protection in the lineup there, you're good to go.
Don't need a pitch if you just hit.
The
Yeah.
average 8 runs a game doesn't matter if you're pitching staff for 7.
The
Best defense is
Yankees have been
offense.
trying this since Mike Trout came up. It doesn't work.
Team,
Oh, man.
already touched on Torkelson and Riley Green a little bit for the prospects here. Looking at a couple other guys, Jackson Jobe. He was first round pick this last year, third pick out of high school. He's got some good stuff. ETA saying 2025. But, I mean, with this starting rotation, shoot, who knows? Might be just a couple of years here with him. And then I think their number 4 prospect, Dylan Dingler, mentioned him earlier. I just love that name.
Dingler.
Dingler.
What's I got down here? Ty Madden, right-handed pitcher, Isaac Pacheco, Dylan Smith, Roberto Campos, Christian Santana, Ryan Kreidler. I don't know if those names do anything for y'all. But
Ty Madden does. He was
Madden.
drafted this year as a compensatory pick out of
Texas.
Texas. He was
He was electric in college. He was electric in the College World Series. He was insane.
He's a college arm too, so he might be in the big leagues in like 2 years. I think
Yeah,
might
he'll have
be.
a shorter timeline.
ETA is 24.
I think this is a make or break year for Matt Manning though. He's gonna get to start the entire year if he does something great. If not, he's gone. I think Casey Mize might be on that same hot seat, although he did not pitch terrible last year. He had a
pitched
pretty good
well.
second half, but like from what I hear, it's like they're making like a snap decision. Like you got to do something now. We can't keep waiting because I think they feel like the Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, they got to match the pitching with it now. I don't know. Huh? This is make or break year for Matt Manning and them. I think. But
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'd watch some Tigers games. I mean, I'm interested to see how like Riley Green and them are. Honestly,
I want to watch
exciting.
Torkelson.
I'm gonna watch a good amount of Tigers games this year.
Oh, hey, before we get to the Guardians, can we talk about some of the new rules coming for the season?
The DH.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, specifically, we were talking about Spencer Torkelson, and he was like the can't miss prospect in that draft. So whoever went number 1 was taking him regardless. But now we have a draft lottery. Like that gets
that's
interesting. Do you think over under Baltimore Orioles payroll of $62 million this next year because they're not guaranteed the number 1 pick for the worst team? Over under $62 million entire payroll.
Where are they at right now?
Like 40 something, I think.
Under.
But they haven't made like any moves because they like sign like Jonathan Scope type players for like 8-9 million here and there to fill in. What do you think? Over under? Everybody get
Under.
me. Under.
Under.
They're not
Under.
going to go out and spend. They're still not going to be good. Why would you spend money just to be average?
Because this is the year Ab Adley and Grayson Rodriguez. Why wouldn't you spend a little bit of money, especially if you're not guaranteed that first pick? Be
Okay, but who are they going to bring in to help them? You got Chris Bryant.
That would
Carlos
be
Correa.
I mean, but
Why not both?
like the B level players. I'm going to use Kyle Schwarber as an example, but he's not going to the Orioles. But like that caliber is somebody like Michael Conforto on a prove me deal for 2 years after his rough start in New York.
There's not enough free agent pitchers for them to.
I'm just talking about payroll. They could still win 40 games. I'm just saying, you think over under 62 million.
Yeah, they just might try to win more because why tank if you're not guaranteed that first pick? But also, you could argue that the draft in baseball, like, there's can't miss guys like Torkelson first overall or something, something like that. But a lot of the times you're going into these drafts, even the first overall pick isn't really going to be a guaranteed franchise changer. And like with the way that you go from the getting drafted to the minors to the majors, there's so much in between that really most teams don't end up building through the draft anyway, right?
Especially coming out of high school and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, here I'm gonna read you some first overall picks the last few years, and I want you to tell me bust or not. Right? You think NBA the number one pick's usually a can't miss. NFL is kind of similar. But like Owen said, baseball is a crapshoot. So I'm gonna read you these names. I'm gonna skip Henry Davis because we don't know yet. So 2020 was Spencer Torkelson. Don't know yet. Adley was 2019. Feels like a can't miss player, right?
Feels like
okay, but 2018 was Casey Mize as the first overall pick. What we think?
Yeah,
Bust or not?
I think this year will kind of tell. I think this is going to be the where we find out if he's like, because you take a guy first overall thinking he's ace material, right? So we'll find that out.
Okay, Royce Lewis, Twins organization. Bust.
Still hasn't seen the big leagues. I don't know.
That's what I mean. That's tough, right? I mean, that's a 2017 first round pick. He should be here by now.
Was he out of high school or out of college?
He was out of high school, but still, that would give him 4 or 5 years in the minors. He should, if he was the number one overall pick.
He's 22 now.
23. He's fell on like Baseball America boards. Like nobody's very high on him anymore at all. So
he's still the Twins' number one prospect, but I think that's just based on like past couple of years and the fact that he was the first overall pick still. Like, like Austin Martin's really probably the best shortstop prospect they have right now.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
It's so, I mean, like Royce, I think Royce Lewis could probably, if he doesn't end up like I don't know how he doesn't make a big league roster this year. If he can't, then he's a bust.
I mean, you're just looking at other first overall picks, Mark Appel in 2013, Brady Aiken in 2014, like guys that should be here by now. So that's why I think the Orioles have a little bit of an incentive to spend. But on the topic of new rules, DH National League, JD Martinez might play till he's 57 years old. Nelson Cruz might play till he's 57 years old.
What do you mean? He already is.
Yeah, exactly. What are some of the other rules? I'm blanking on them.
That's all I got.
Draft, DH.
Those were the two big ones.
It's a rule that you can't treat your minor league system players like actual humans. That's
true.
A rule this year. Yeah, they gave them housing. They said, all right, you're good for the next 5. We're going to cut your rosters, and you're still not going to make enough to buy yourself a McDouble after a game.
Yeah, new rule. Every team has to cut 30 minor leaguers.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was.
Yeah. It's sad how they treat them. Like, they were doing so well at the beginning. They're like, all right, we're going to give them housing. Good.
It's a good start, you'd think.
Yeah, and then
Classic.
They're also talking about dumping the 7-inning doubleheader rule.
Oh, I think they already made that a thing. There's no more 7-inning doubleheaders, which
and then they eliminated the extra runner on second, didn't they? Where they talked about
that was gone by the end of last season.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
So that's where we're at.
That was the 2020 thing right there. I'm going to be honest. I was a fan of the 7-inning doubleheaders. I like that idea.
I wasn't.
No,
I mean, they're good to watch. Like as a baseball fan, I guess.
Adam Wainwright got like 4 extra complete games because of them. So I mean, I guess it's not terrible.
You'd think about the players too, like those 4 innings. Like say you're Salvi catching there, where you're 50 years old and your knees are probably 90. you know.
They ain't playing them back-to-back games in the same day anyway. So
no, I mean, if anything, he's DH in the second half of that doubleheader.
Yeah, fair enough, but
still,
I don't know. I was a fan of the 7 innings.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not complaining that they're 9 again and there's still baseball, but I'm, you know.
Are we all on the consensus that the DH is necessary for the National League, that we are excited to see it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss watching some pitchers hit, but for the most part, yeah.
I mean, Jack Flaherty tore his oblique this year hitting. Wainwright's had Achilles injuries. Soroka tore his Achilles. That's what he's still out from hitting. Like, we can't have that.
The only thing I miss is how much the Cubs pitching staff helped them in the 2016 playoffs when the lineup couldn't hit, and you had like Jake Arrieta, Travis Wood. But they're just going deep for no reason because Addison Russell couldn't hit a ball to save his life in that series. But
he can hit a woman.
Yeah, that he can. But I mean, you're gonna miss the occasional like pitcher nuke where everyone gets like Bartolo Colon's home run. How exciting was that? Like the greatest moment in baseball history.
Hitting
Madison Bumgarner anytime he comes to bat.
Yeah.
Flaherty did hit a home run this year. That was pretty cool.
I mean, you're gonna miss
John
that.
Gant
but
hit one. Come on.
You're gonna miss it. Is it better for the game to have the DH? Yeah.
Just have a pitcher home run derby at the All-Star break. Do that.
Can we get that? Can we get like a skills, like how the NHL does the skills for the All-Stars? Can we do that for baseball? Skill competition?
Give them a metal bat too. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Do it big. Put them in cores every year.
Pitcher derby at Coors Field.
Yeah.
There's one story that I think is enough reason to get rid of like pitchers hitting in the National League. And I came up here to watch the Brewers versus the Sox. And Giolito was pitching, and there was 2 outs, and there's like a runner on first and second, and instead of pitching to the 8th batter, they just walked him and then just threw to Giolito, like because they knew they were going to get him out.
Well, maybe he should just hit the ball instead. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah, well, he's in the American League. He doesn't do that.
Well, what's his name did?
Cease.
Yeah, Dylan Cease hit the piss out of the ball.
Yeah, the first game. The first game.
How many other opportunities did you get?
You got a couple more. They didn't do too hot.
Oh.
So what? We moving to the Guardians?
Yeah.
How about the Guardians?
I want you guys to ask me some questions as we're going, so I don't just ramble on, please.
I got it. Yeah, I'll help you.
So, rotation-wise, it's probably
who's in the rotation?
Thank you. It's probably the strongest asset of the team, and it might be the best rotation in the AL Central.
That's bold. Are you sure about that?
From the White Sox fans, shut up, Brad. Okay, so you got Shane Bieber, Aaron Savale, who's very solid, Zach Plesac, who had a pretty good year. I give Zach Plesac a lot of shit because I think his dad's really annoying on MLB Network, but it's fine. Chris McKenzie, I hope he wins a Cy Young. He is like a praying mantis that throws 94. I don't know how it's possible.
Explain to me how he's a praying mantis.
Look at him, Brad. Now shut up.
Okay.
Now 5 is where it's a little iffy. Cal Quantrill, maybe.
Say that again.
Yeah. Eli Morgan, Logan Allen, who's a prospect, looks like he might actually start for him this year. I don't know. The starting rotation for the Guardians is honestly pretty solid.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to come to Canton and smack the shit out of you. Okay?
Yeah, I wish you would.
Okay, I'll see you Thursday. Lineup-wise, probably got Miles Straw leading off, playing center. Ahmed Rosario playing short. He's not too bad. I know they have another prospect that's okay, but he looks like the future shortstop for years to come. Jose Ramirez, who, if he gets traded, will bring the absolute biggest haul anybody has ever seen. He's got like 3 years of control left. A super team-friendly deal. Say something, Brad, I dare you. That's what I thought.
Say he's pretty good.
Yeah. As a cleanup hitter, you got Framil Reyes, DHing. Of course, why not? I mean,
Franimal.
Yep. 5, you get the former Peoria Chiefs shortstop and Midwest League All-Star Oscar Mercado playing left field.
Represent.
That was a very fun team. Got to see Paul DeYoung's first career professional home run there.
Did you?
Yeah. For batting 6, you got Bradley Zimmer playing right, most likely.
What a nice name.
Yep. 7th, you got Yu Chang. He's okay. He's like G-Man Choi, but right-handed.
You say Yu Chang?
Yeah, Yu Chang. Yu Break in the middle, Chang.
Oh,
Yeah. 8, you got Owen Miller, the combination of two TouchAllFour podcasters.
what a beautiful
playing
name.
second baseman.
Probably the greatest name I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Easily the
he's not
greatest
very
name
good
I've
at
ever heard.
baseball, so
He's got to be with a name like
Shocker.
that. Give him a chance to prove himself.
He's probably pretty
And-
bad, actually.
he's and finishing off, we got Austin Hedges, the former San Diego Padre, catching. They're pretty thin. Roberto Perez just signed with the Pirates, so they're pretty much just waiting on Bo Naylor to get there. They fill in some time till then. The bullpen outside of like Emmanuel Clausen is 100.
You mean arm barn?
Cutter, huh?
Do you mean arm barn?
Yeah, the arm barn. You got him, and you got James Karinchak, and then you got a combination of Eli Morgan or Logan Allen, or I think Oliver Perez pitched a little bit for him this year, and he's like 46, so that's cool.
Very.
Breakout players, I can't.
Who are the
give it
breakout
to-
players?
I'm not gonna call Jose Ramirez a breakout player. He's already really good. I think this might be the year Med Rosario actually shows up a little bit. I think he hit like 280 last year. Not bad. I think
Not bad.
he's better than just your contact hitter, though. I think he's got a little bit of pop. Cy Young, I'm gonna ironically give it to Tristan McKenzie instead of Shane Bieber, just because Shane's already won a Cy Young. I think Tristan's next on the list of Cleveland Guardians to win a Cy Young.
Tristan has filth, so I can see it.
His changeup is ridiculous. Then you've got prospects. You got Nolan Jones, who was really supposed to be up this year. He's their future third baseman. They're just kind of a log jam with Jose Ramirez. I think that's why they might trade him this year. You've got Bo Naylor, like I said, he's a 21-year-old left-handed hitting catcher. A lot of power. They really like him. He's probably a top 3 catching prospect in baseball. Nobody talks about him though. And then outside of that, I'm going to give it to Logan Allen, even though he's their number 10 prospect. I think he's got an impact. He's an impact arm. He's left-handed. He throws gas. Why? I don't know why. He's just going to be another one of the great Cleveland Guardian pitchers to go through that pitching staff. Like, they just keep producing Klebs and Trevor Bowers and stuff like that. They do it right over there.
What are you predicting their record to be?
Well, I think they're going to finish exactly 500. They're an 81 ball club. They scream mediocrity. Plus minus 5 wins. Kind of, if things go right, could they win 86 games? Yes. I don't see it though.
Thank you.
Yeah, how's that mic taste, by the way? Okay. You didn't have to actually lick it.
Clothing?
Okay, TJ, tell me why the White Sox are the best of the losers.
Tell me why the White Sox are going all the way this year.
Shut up.
Okay, well, first off, record-wise, we were 93 and 69 last year. I'd say probably same finish, give or take. Like, there's just a couple more pieces I think we could use to really push us over the top. But I mean, just going down the list, you got pitching-wise. Like, I didn't realize how many like pitchers we actually lost as I'm looking at it right now. But I mean, obviously you got Giolito, Lynn, Dylan Cease. Watch out this year. I'm telling you. Watch out. I don't remember if this is true or not, but I saw that they were gonna transition Kopech back into the starting role.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I'm here for it if he can actually go like 5 or 6 innings. I don't know, with his arm and all the problems he's gone through with that. I don't know if he'll be able to do it. And then I don't even know who number 5 is going to be because fucking Dallas Keuchel's still listed on this, and I despise that. It's so bad. But the bullpen looks promising. I mean, you got Crochet in his third year. I don't know exactly. Is it
2.5?
you know?
Second full year.
Third? Yeah, second full year. He's promising. He's really good. He's just shown hints of inconsistency. So I mean, but he's young, so expected. We just signed Kendall Graveman. I like it, but I mean, just another closer. Like we have 3 closers currently on our roster. Kimbrel's more than likely gone. Yeah.
Yeah, Kimbrel's gone. He's being moved.
So
that's the only reason they re-signed him was to move him.
Yeah, I would expect just Graveman and Hendricks to keep that 8 and 9 inning spot. So that's why I think Kopech's going into that starting position, because they're going to go like Kopech for 5, put like Ronaldo Lopez in there for a couple, and then Graveman, Hendricks to punch it out, you know. And then there's still what was it? I missed him. Oh, Aaron Bummer. He did at the beginning of the year last year, and then like he got injured, came back and started doing better. So he's pretty filthy. So I like that. And then I think, you know, the pitching all around is better than it really has ever been, because the past, I don't know how many years our pitching's been terrible, especially the bullpen. Catching, there's, you know, Yasmani Grandal, obviously.
Tell me how Seve Zavala is going to be the catcher that walks it off in Game 7 of the World Series this year.
He won't.
Oh my God.
He had that
Sebi.
1-3 home run game, and Brad just sucks his.
He also had that clutch at bat in the Field of Dreams to get on base.
Oh yeah, he did.
So you know what?
I don't want to hear any trash talk about Seve Zavala.
Yeah, Yermin Mercedes had a pretty good month there too, didn't they? Why not just call him up?
First base, Pito, obviously. Then they have Gavin Sheets listed first base. He's not going to play a lot of first base, but he is going to play.
He'll probably end up in right field.
I'd say they're going to do the rotation with him and Vaughn again. So if it's a righty pitcher, Sheets is going to bat and play right field. If it's a lefty pitcher, then Vaughn's going to bat and play right field, which is fine. They're both promising, so I got nothing against it. There's just not enough positions for all 3, him, Abreu, and Vaughn, so it's fine. And then what is there? I know second base. I think they're gonna start out with Lurie at second in the beginning of the season.
Terrible.
But it's gonna change. It's gonna change. They're gonna start out with Lurie because they're so loyal to him. But they're gonna realize for some reason.
Josh, is TJ going back on his promise about
he is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
100% is.
Yeah, he never believed in Lurie.
He's gonna be screaming at Lurie after the first game of the season.
After his first at bat.
Sorry, during spring training.
This is exactly what's gonna. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Larry Garcia is gonna go 1 for 4 in the first game with 3 strikeouts, and you know what I'm immediately gonna say? Put in Jake Berger, because he's more promising than Lurie. Good Lord. I just Lurie,
you had a young, promising second baseman to put out there instead of Larry Garcia. Maybe like a Nick Madrigal type.
Oh, oops.
Hey, Cesar Hernandez isn't doing anything now. He's still in the free agent pool.
No, he's with the Nationals.
No, he's on the Nationals. I went over that. He did.
I don't fucking remember the Nationals. Juan Soto, and then I blinked out. My bad. Okay.
No, I think they're gonna transition Berger over to second base because we got Moncada at third, and they're gonna stick with that.
I'll give you Paul DeYoung.
So I could see. No, I'm okay with Jake Berger. I think it's really not that hard to learn second base. I played second base. It's not hard. If you play third, you can play second.
Play second base for the White Sox. It's not hard.
It's not that hard.
If he could play third, he could definitely adjust to second.
TJ, once you finish your lineup, I have a very important question for you, but I want to hear how you round it out.
Okay. Shortstop, obviously, Tim Anderson. Just he's batted 300 the past 4 seasons? Do you know, Brad, Josh? I don't know.
I'll look it up for sure, but he's been
pretty sure it's at least 3.
He doesn't get the recognition he deserves.
No, he doesn't. he was the batting champ 2 years ago, and he didn't get a Silver Slugger award. Like, how do you have the batting champ not get the Silver Slugger? Like, that doesn't make sense.
He's a career
no point to being
286 hitter.
A lot of
He's
very
batted from 2019 till now. His lowest batting average has been 309.
Yeah.
He's still not even a dime in an MLB The Show. Doesn't get talked about in the league.
It's okay. He'll just keep bat flipping.
Yeah, keep bat flipping. Well, that's probably what they don't like about him. Is
walking off Field of Dreams games. It's fine. No big deal.
Welcome to the White Sox podcast.
Ben, I already went over right field. I think it's going to be the rotation of Vaughn, Sheets, and then I'm looking at Adam Engel is going to make his way in there at some point. Which I'd rather have Vaughn or Sheets, but I mean Engel is all right for right field. Center field, MVP Luis Robert. Just wait.
Crickets.
He batted. So was it 2020? He batted 233, and then last year he batted 338, missing a few games. And I think this year he's just gonna take off. Like, he's got the skills and he's clearly seeing the ball well based off last season. So he's MVP season. And then left field, Eloy. Maybe he actually did some work in the off season and started learning how to catch fly balls.
You mean not running into walls?
Yeah, maybe learn how to avoid the walls. So there's that. Did you want to ask me the question now, Brad, or you want me to?
Yeah. So a few weeks ago, you were very high on Yoki.
Well, yeah, but I was getting to that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I was
Tell
going to
me
ask,
about
do you
the
think
terrible Chicago White Sox
You
farm
didn't let
system,
me-
please?
do you
let me get
think
to my,
they could move Gavin Sheets or Andrew Vaughn to second instead of Jake Berger?
Why the fuck would you move any of the three to second?
Because
Definitely
you
not
don't have a
being
second
honest.
baseman.
I'm pretty sure Gavin Sheets is left-handed. If I'm not, yeah, he's a left-handed. I don't see it left-handed.
Oh, and Andrew
second
Vaughn,
baseman.
the first baseman, is going to become Max Muncy and play second.
Andrew Vaughn did play second a couple times last year.
What a shit place to be in. Figure your fucking team out, please. God. Anyway, Paul DeYoung's for sale.
No.
Figure our team out. Jesus Christ, you're trying to sell yours.
Yeah,
Because we have an overabundance of position players. What you want?
We have an overabundance of first basemen that can just hit the shit out
and
of baseballs. What's
outfielders.
your point?
I tell you what, you can't keep sacrificing corner outfield defense for power hitters. Okay, you got to catch a ball once in a while.
It's working.
Hey, towards the
What
end
did
of
we
the
say?
season
What did
last
we
year-
say
Yeah,
earlier
wax the
about the
playoffs for the
Tigers and the
Astros.
Royals? Well, yeah, because of the pitching.
But you just said the pitching staff was incredible. Or TJ did. Come on.
I just said
Best pitching staff we've had in years, I do believe, is what he said.
I did
I
say
mean,
that.
he's not
'cause it's
wrong
true.
with that.
Doesn't mean we're lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best staff since what, 05?
Oh yeah, I remember Mark Burley.
Yeah.
Miss those days.
But I mean,
I remember Bobby Jinks being the best closer in baseball for 2 years.
and
They're when we
like
needed them.
the hitting has just been so inconsistent too. Like, if one guy's on, there's two guys off. So like, if they can all get on the same page and actually start hitting the ball, like, watch out.
You sound like every Chicago Cubs fan in the last 4 years.
See, the thing
Chicago
is, we actually
sports
have
being
players that can
inconsistent.
start hitting.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's a lefty on the mound against the Sox, he's going to get crushed. That's what they are consistent with.
Because everybody's right-handed in that lineup, pretty much, except Yasmani, I think. Who else?
Ori,
Moncada.
Yasmani,
Plays.
Moncada are all switch, right?
That don't
Yeah.
mean shit to me. Tommy
Sheets
Evans is
bats
switch hitter, but
lefty.
they're always better from one side, like much better.
Oh,
Tucker Barnhart was a switch hitter until he's like, man, I tell you what, I bet like $120 left or right-handed.
Yeah,
he
but see,
cannot
that's the
hit
thing with
right.
Yasmani Grandal. He'll bat $120, but he still gets on base at a 600 percentage. So
He'll
it
hit
doesn't matter.
220, but his on base percentage will be like 440 something for some fucking reason.
Why do we like him?
He
Zeke
gets
is
on
on
base.
It's on base, baby. Yeah.
R.I.P. Jeremy Giambi.
Yeah, I think it was a suicide, right? Is what they deemed.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Anyways,
have to watch Moneyball again right
go into the prospect list. They have number 1 Colson Montgomery. They just drafted him this past one, ETA 2025. So he's got a while. And then,
Instant thumbs down. Has not played a single minute of professional baseball yet, and Bradley already fucking hates him.
Dude, these guys ain't worth a shit.
How do you draft someone out of high school and immediately they're your number 1 prospect?
That's
without
what I
playing?
mean. That's how
I-
bad the farm system is.
I was just lost on that because I saw that the other day. I was lost on that.
It doesn't matter. They can just sign people to fill their holes. They're just got to draft sometime.
Yeah.
Then there's my boy Yolqui Cespedes. This has ETM 2022. I could see it unless right field just absolutely shits the bed. All 3 of them. Then Yolqui's coming up, so I could see it. He'll definitely be taking over in the outfield 2 seasons from now. And 3, Jake Berger. I already said he's going to move to second, be rookie of the year. Watch out. Then I don't know a few of these other guys. They're at third base.
Nobody does. That's the point, DJ.
Right hand pitcher, right hand pitcher. Cool. Is it Norhe Vera? Oh no, I remember.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows any of these players.
Yeah. Now, if you would have looked at their farm system 3 years ago, that would have been a different story because you would have still.
What's crazy is we were
around
doing
quick.
this podcast 3 years ago.
That is crazy. Yes.
But the big news was 2 weeks ago they
Oscar Colas.
signed Oscar Colas, and he's just going to be playing outfield. No pitching for him.
Oh
But
no,
more
not the
outfielders.
Cuban Shohei Ohtani. Oh no, what is the Central going to do?
He's not pitching.
What are
He
we
said he's
gonna-
not pitching. He's loading up the outfield, man.
Chicago's
Watch out.
terrible.
Just watch out.
Oh man, the Cardinals are good once, and Brad just starts shitting on everybody else.
We've been good since 2000. We've had like 2 losing seasons. We made the playoffs like 17 times, 2 World Series to show for it. You've got 1 in the entire city of Chicago, and you got 2 teams. 2. No, you got.
There's been 2 since 2000. Yeah,
Yeah. Rah. I got 2 with the same team,
gonna be 3
and
soon.
we've been there 4 times. So all
Gonna
I'm
be
saying,
3 this year, bud.
Gonna be 3 this year, and then 4 in the next couple.
no.
With those Sox again, yeah. Anyways, going to my breakout players, I have Dylan Cease and Yohan Moncada. I think Cease is gonna pull that Carlos Rodon turnaround because honestly, I didn't see that coming. But I think, yeah, that's facts. I think they're gonna work with that. And then Moncada's just been struggling the past 2 seasons. I think he's getting in the lab this off season and figuring it out.
I don't know about Moncada. I genuinely don't think that he gives a shit about baseball, and he just wants to be a pop star.
Yeah, he's making music.
What
That's
else?
like a fire walk-up song, though.
I have a question for the 3
That shit definitely
White
gets you
Sox
dancing,
fans.
Josh. You already know that. He's walking up and you're just like,
Oh,
Okay.
man.
So, do you think you guys won or lost the Chris Sale trade? Because that's how you got C.
the way-
No, that's not how you got Cease. You got
Kopech
Kopech
and Magical.
and O'Connor. Yeah.
I think we
Moncada,
won
man.
it. I think we won it. For
I
well,
would say the way if you look at it current time, it would look like we lost it because Kopech was out for 2 seasons in a row. Moncada has been struggling, and then Chris Sale won a ring. So I'd say current looks,
I mean,
lost.
looking at Moncada's stats, really that Mickey Mouse season that was 2020 was his off year. 2019, 2021
his
were
average
very good
last year
seasons for him. He batted 263 with a 375 OBP.
Yeah, but that's I mean, hell, he was like what the second best prospect in baseball when he got traded.
I
That's
think he was.
that
Yeah.
should be a
But I mean,
300 hitter,
so I
right?
mean, he hasn't like reached his full potential, which is why I think TJ picked him as a breakout.
Do you think
Because
moving him to third exclusively hurt
considering
his
what he was
development?
supposed to come up and do, he hasn't done that. And I think I think this year's.
Okay,
Show,
right now,
man.
this roster, would you rather have Yoel Moncada and Michael Kopech or Chris Sale?
I would
The
rather
entire time you would never know Moncada was a White Sox. Would you undo that trade if you could?
No, I wouldn't. No.
I don't think anybody would, right? I mean, even though you might have lost it, I don't think that's a trade anybody redoes. Just
No,
for
if we're
it's always a
talking
what
about-
can they be?
If we're
Yeah, I mean,
talking
Chris Sale
about
was out for, like, a
trading
year and a half,
James
too,
Shields
so-
and Fernando Tatis right there,
That's a little different.
that's a little different. But I mean, this trade, I don't know if you can really, I don't know if you can really look back in this trade and say you lost it. I
What
don't
was the
think
other
so.
one?
Yeah.
The Sox had another bad one where they traded like a now superstar.
Yeah.
Juan Soto.
No, what it was
Or
with
no.
Juan Soto is they were second in bidding. They got outbid by like 100K or something like that.
100K.
From
The Cardinals got outbid for Fernando Tatis Jr. over $25,000. Over
so maybe it wasn't
$25,000.
but
Didn't the
the
Nationals
Sox-
do something
close.
sketchy with that though?
Yeah, the Nationals like, oh, we have him. You can't talk to him before they actually signed him.
Mhm.
So I mean, the Nationals cheated
A little bit.
a little bit. But yeah, I know there was another person with the White Sox, and I can't remember who that was now.
I don't remember.
I'll find it.
Was it that no, we traded Adam Eaton to the Nationals.
We wouldn't
And
be
then
missing out on
re-signed
him.
him. That was terrible.
If it makes you feel any better, we lost to you guys too in the Luis Robert bidding over $1 million signing bonus. $1 million difference.
So you're telling me Luis Robert could have been a Cardinal?
Yeah, and Fernando Tatis Jr. And we could have still had Zach Gallen, Sandy Alcantara, and or Alcantara, I guess is how he does
Could you
it.
imagine that team?
I didn't
with
know this was the
Robert?
NL Central.
Oh my
episode.
god!
Yeah, we
Oh,
would've won a
man.
couple rings by now. Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Who is it?
We traded Marcus Simeon for Jeff Samardzija.
That's who it was.
Oh,
Marcus
yeah.
Simeon. Marcus Simeon.
Fuck. And then we fucking didn't sign him this
Hey,
offseason.
it's almost like you had two people that could have played second base, and now you're talking about what is that? Jake Berger playing second?
Maybe Andrew Vaughn.
You guys are fucking stupid.
I'm okay with Jake Berger playing second, to be honest.
I like Jake Berger. All right.
You're the only one.
He needs
Or
playing
you
time.
two are the
Oh,
only one that
He
would.
needs playing time.
Uh-uh.
He's not the only one.
Not the only one.
Watch out, Brad. If Jake Berger has a great season, I think you have to get a burger tattoo on your other cheek.
Oh, wow,
Berger
wow.
and Harry.
What's
Harry
a great
Carey's
season?
burger?
though? What's a great season?
What? Maybe a top 3 rookie year.
No, I ain't doing that deal. I want 300.
All right, what do you-
Jake
what do
Berger
you
and ass
consider-
tattoo
all right.
a fucking hamburger?
How about 270 or better with at least
no
12
300?
bombs?
I'm not budging. No.
How
A
many
great
people
season
bat
is a
300 that are
300 hitter.
established in this league? A
Huh?
great season is anything above 265.
Yeah, well, this is my bet, and I say 300.
How,
Your ass is the one getting a burger tattoo.
I would.
All right,
How about a
and- or if it was
WRC
rookie of the
plus?
year.
WRC plus of 120.
No, I need 125 at least. I need to be 25% better than the average player to be considered a great season. No, even
TJ
30. 25
we-
is good.
Can we do a 125 WRC plus for Brad to get a burger tat?
Yeah, or 300 average or rookie of the year. Any of those 3.
Okay, so if he wins Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
All right.
I like this.
Yeah, because he's got to beat out Adley, Bobby Witt Jr. He's got to beat out Julio Rodriguez.
No problem.
Rosarania's 30th
Spencer
year of
Torkelson.
eligibility.
Riley
Yeah,
Green.
no, I'll take that.
Okay,
Yeah,
but if
here
he
we
has a
go.
125 WRC plus somehow, I mean.
There you go. I'm shaking on that.
So wait, what was the deal for the Cubs Aztat if they win the division or 5,000 followers? One of the two. Is that what it was?
I think it was both.
I think, yeah, it was.
I think
don't know.
TJ, your ass is in on this bet too.
TJ's is two, but what was it?
Yeah,
it
for
was
the
one or
Cubs
the
one.
other, was
It
it?
was the division, wasn't it? Because we're both
TJ's
like,
was
It
for
was
the
the
division.
Cubs- It was the
TJ's
Cubs
was
winning the
division. Brad's was 5,000 followers.
no, we both made the same bet.
It was, yeah, we both did the same thing.
Okay, so it's either or then.
Okay.
Nice. So Brad could potentially have two, not one, two
Wouldn't that be
ass
nice?
tats
And touch all
by this
four, we'll
time
pay for
next
them.
year. I'm broke.
Well, you better get to work.
Start selling some merch, Brad.
Hey,
what are we?
Really sunshine.
Hey,
Oh, Owen, fuck, Owen. Brayton, get back in that chair.
you get your ass back over here right now.
Come here. Quit playing
Oh, no.
possum. Get it. Come on.
Oh,
It's like a groundhog. I saw a shadow.
Spooked him.
Oh, now
He
you know.
glued his head down there in the bottom of the frame.
He's really not too eager to get the Cardinals, is he?
What are we doing?
Brad, you got the Pirates, bud.
No, I don't. No, I refuse. I will boycott this podcast until I get to talk about the same.
Oh, fuck. All right. So what we'll do is we'll make our picks for NL Central, who we're talking about, and then we'll just give a little rundown of fantasy draft real quick, and then anything else that may come up, and then we'll call it a night and go play some Fortnite, huh?
Into one podcast, we're gonna do the fantasy draft and do our division.
No. We're just gonna pick the next division now, but next week we'll take a break, do the fantasy draft, and then, or possibly if you guys are free any day between, we can do like a bonus episode of a fantasy draft. Doesn't matter, either or.
Thursday night. Okay.
Potentially, perhaps.
I could do Thursday
Josh,
night.
TJ, Josh,
Thursday.
you can't. Oh shoot.
Well, now you can touch all four coming first. Damn it.
Yeah, priorities.
All
Come
right.
on.
So NL Central picks.
Cubs.
Cardinals.
You. God.
First,
Pirates.
Reds.
You said you were really emphatic about the Reds as if you had a fucking choice.
I was trying to say it before Josh did in case
Reds,
he did, because I didn't
Reds.
want the Pirates.
I wanted the Pirates. I haven't had a shitty team to suffer through yet.
Yeah, I haven't. Fuck. I'm picking first next time. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and pick the Seattle Mariners if you really want to.
Maybe not next time. Actually, no. I'll talk about the Mariners next time.
You're going to talk about
We're not
the-
there yet. We're not there yet.
You're going to talk
All
about
right.
the Astros. Who are we talking about?
No, I like the Mariners.
That's
Anyway,
fine.
Owen, if you don't mind, I may join in a little bit for Cubs
Sure.
because
As the Cubs authority on the podcast, I just felt like it was right that
I was just saying that because I was bored the other day in study hall, and I don't study in study hall. I didn't come here to play school. I came here to play baseball. I put together the Cubs prospects that are like expected to come up in 2024, and it kind of excited me.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to listen to Owen talk about Braylon Marquez, really. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. But I mean, I actually have it right here, but it looks like promising as a next young core. See, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Cubs farm system is about as good as it's been, and I mean, since the rebuild started back in 2014.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then at that time in 2024,
is that when the
we could
rebuild
see if Clint
Well, that's when it
Frazier
started
pans
coming
out.
together. You know what I mean? That's when the farm system was at its peak, and all of our good
The rebuild
players were
didn't
about to
start
come up.
108 years ago.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
Ooh.
How long has it been since the White Sox won a World Series? Yeah, that's what I thought.
12 years. No, more than that.
17.
Almost 20. Holy shit. 2005 was a long time ago.
17 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So fantasy draft, what I'll do is set it up on a little ESPN there. We'll each come up with our own creative nicknames. And we'll do a snake draft. I'm interested to see who gets the first pick and who's going to be taken.
Well, you better draft.
I'll tell you
somebody
right now.
who's on
I'm going to
bases.
tell all of you this right now. If any one of you
I'm taking
pick Vlad,
first overall.
I'm sorry, but you can no longer work for this company.
Oh, yeah?
You can't bully your way into picking him.
No, I'm bullying my way into
No.
picking Vlad. You guys can
I
have
hope
anybody
you pick last
fucking
in the
else.
first round, and we wait till the pick before you to take Vlad.
God, I'm going to somehow rig this to pick first just to get Vlad.
All right, someone else has to set up the fantasy draft. And
Find
make
a
sure
way.
Brad is second, so whoever's first can pick Vlad.
I did fantasy baseball last year for the first time, and I damn near just had the Toronto Blue Jays, and I came in first. I had Simeon, Bo Bichette, George Springer, and Vlad in my starting lineup, and they just absolutely demolished fantasy. It was incredible.
10 games this
five
spring.
games played. Yeah, I bet that was real fun.
Josh and
what?
I were in the same league, and we both had pretty good teams.
Championship.
I can't wait to draft Jack
I
Flaherty.
also had Springer and Simeon.
All right, so then we're gonna do the fantasy then we'll go back to the NL Central there. And then what if we do another break, and then do you guys want to do a futures draft like for next 10 years? Or do you want to do an all-time favorite, like all-time greats pick draft?
If we did both, because I feel like we could do a futures draft, and like I don't think that would take up like a whole episode worth of time. I don't know.
No,
Well, I mean,
I'm
unless
cool with
unless we do a thing like how actual draft days are, where after someone's picked, we'll stop and talk about them for a little bit or not. I didn't know how you guys wanted to do that.
Oh yeah, I mean we'll have some conversation about the picks for sure. I just think I don't know. I mean I think we'll see. We could do it, and then if we have time, we could maybe just put the Legends one in after it.
that. Yeah, so this seems like a good place to cap this one off, huh?
Call it a
fellas?
night. Call it a
Been a
night
great
and hop on
episode.
some fort.
From the coolest Brad in this podcast.
Oh,
Couldn't get out of the episode without a little conflict. Okay.
All right.
I know where you sleep.
So,
That's supposed to be a threat.
not from you, it's not.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Peace out, guys.
Adios.
Peace out.
See you next week.